Hello friends, today we're talking about the Lazy 8, and it's the 8 easy or lazy steps that it takes to go through all the paper in your house and get rid of every bit of it. It's easy, it's lazy little steps. So we have 8 steps. Let me name them and then we'll go into what each one means. We're going to stack our paper, we're going to measure our paper, we're going to divide that number. We're going to do 1 inch a day for 6 days a week. We're going to make sure that what we're taking out of the paper and keeping is inbox worthy. And we're going to decide what needs to be shredded or destroyed or otherwise thrown away. And then the 8th step is to complete the process, which means to finish what you did each day and actually throw the paper away and actually put the paper in the inbox. So those 8 easy steps, or the lazy 8, are going to get you to the place where you have no more paper clutter. I know you've listened to me talk about paper clutter before. I know that you have started to do it before, but I want you to put in your head that it's just the lazy 8, easy little steps. We do a little bit every day. So let's start with an example. Let's say that you stack all of your paper together. So that's step number 1. We stack it together. Let's say that it's in 3 rooms, and in each room you have 3 feet of paper or so. So that's 9 feet of paper. You can leave it in those individual rooms, or you can bring it all together in one place. But knowing that you have 9 feet of paper is very important. So that's measure. The next is we're going to divide. We're going to divide that number by 2. You're going to measure in feet, round up, and we're going to divide by 2. So if you have 9 feet of 9 feet of paper, it's going to be divided by 2. That means it's going to take you 4.5 months to get rid of the paper. Now 9 feet of paper is a bit. You might have 24 feet, you might have 1 foot, but it doesn't matter. It's going to have an end. It's finite. So the reason I say divide by 2 is because 2 feet is how much you go through when you do 1 inch of paper 6 days a week. 6 inches in a week, 12 inches in 2 weeks, 24 inches in 4 weeks or a month, 2 feet a month. Okay, so that will be step number 5, 1 inch for 6 days a week. The 6th step is it inbox worthy, or does it need to be shredded or shred? I'm not sure. So you're going to have to use your brain in the easiest, laziest way possible, and that is to allow your brain to do its thing. Not your heart getting in there and fighting with your brain, just letting your brain do its thing. So when you go through your paper, you've already told your brain, this is what I'm looking for. This is the year 2021. So 2021. So 2020, 2019, 2018, those 3 years in the United States, if I'm an average person, those 3 years are going to be saved in case I'm ever audited on my income tax. For just this year. Next year I get to get rid of one of those years and add 2021 to it. Okay, so not the one you're working on, 2021, that's the one we're working on right now. We're actually spending money and paying and getting taxes together for 2021. I know you might still be turning in your 2020 taxes, but in reality, 2021 is the year we're in, that's the year we're working on. So anything younger than that, anything 2017 or younger, if you have average circumstances and you live in the United States, that's what you're going to get rid of. If you live in Canada or some other place that makes you keep 7 years or 10 years or whatever it is, do your math, and that's how much you keep. So anything before that needs to go in the garbage. It needs to be shred if it's got a social security number on it or an account number on it, or torn up or blacked out. I've told you this before, but I'm going to keep telling you because I want you to understand how simple this is and how this is just the lazy 8, okay? So tear it up or shred it or black it out with a permanent marker. Just those 2 numbers. That's it. All those other pages that just have info on them, Who cares? Nobody wants that. Just throw those away. You're going to have other things that you're going to throw away. Go watch some of my other videos on paper routine. This video is not about how to do it. This video is that it's only 8 simple steps. Lazy 8. Okay, so then the last thing we're going to do is, if it's not inbox worthy and it has to be shredded, then the last thing to do is complete the process. That's the 8th lazy step. Complete the process. That means at the end of your morning, when you go through your 1 inch, come on, look, 1 inch from here to here, that's 1 inch. When you go through that 1 inch of paper, it's going to take very little time. And when you're done and you have very little that goes in your inbox, most of it goes in the garbage or recycle, at the end of that couple of minutes, you're going to complete the process, which means make sure you take the inbox worthy things and put them in your inbox, and take the things that need to go in the shred bin or the recycle bin or whatever it is you're doing and put it in there. Please don't shred every single thing. You're wasting time. If you think you must shred, then just shred those with those important things I told you about. Other than that, just recycle. Okay. All right. So some people can get so worked up over things that aren't important. You know what's important? It's important that you don't feel the pressure of all this paper on you. It's important to you that when you walk in a room, you don't see paper everywhere. It's important that you have peace in your life, control in your home, and you learn to love yourself. It's important that you have a streamlined home and that you have time to enrich your life, and you're not always cleaning the house or working on little projects that you've made into huge, huge mountains when they're just an anthill. I hope you're getting this. So let's go over the 8 steps again. The 8 simple steps, or the lazy 8. Stack the paper together. Measure how many feet you have, rounding up. Divide by 2. Place the paper, 1 inch of it, or 6 inches of it. I forgot to tell you this. That's actually step number 4. Take the 6 inches of paper for the week and put it in a place so that you will have it there first thing in the morning when you are doing your morning routine and you're starting your laundry, that you can grab that inch of paper off of that stack of 6 inches and get your work done really quickly. Then the 5th step is knowing that it's 1 inch a day, 6 days a week. It's just 1 inch. The 7th is it inbox worthy, or does it need to be thrown away, recycled, or shred? And the 8th is completing the process, actually doing the work. And before you know it, when you've divided your feet by the number 2, that number of months will have passed and you will be done with paper. You will be done with your excess buildup of paper. Now, you can still continue to create paper clutter by allowing paper to come into your house and not handling it. So always remember that you're going to get your paper out of the mailbox or off of the front door or off of the porch or out of the kids' stuff, and you're going to go through it every single day for just a second and decide if it's inbox worthy, or you need to save it for an inbox. Can even be something for your children that you want to save, and or is it trash, and take care of it right away. Okay, that's it for today. It's the lazy 8 of paper. I hope you get really excited about this. The one thing I always want you to remember is this. If it's going to take you 8 months to do it, and we're right now getting ready to start April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November. So by Thanksgiving, if you have that much paper, by Thanksgiving, it will be gone. If you have 8 months of paper, it's going to be gone. But guess what? If you don't do the paperwork, the 8 months is still going to pass. With or without you, it's going to pass. And you're going to be at Thanksgiving and you're going to say, oh, I still have all that paper. I still have 16 feet of paper in my office. And I could have had it all done by now. Please don't let that be you. These are the lazy 8, simple, easy steps. So today's the day. Tomorrow, if you're watching this, if you're watching this today on March 31st, tomorrow is April 1st. No April Fool are you. Let's get this done. I want you to remember that while you're doing this, that you are beautiful. So, be beautiful.